Universal Studios is a glorious theme park that has made its Florida location one of the preeminent tourist destinations in America. With a surplus of rides and attractions based around a host of popular properties aimed at kids and adults alike, there's quite a bit for families to do when visiting the park. Join Viewcation as we explore the best things to do at Universal Studios Orlando. Take your picture by the Universal sign. Of course, a vacation to Universal Studios Orlando isn't complete without getting your picture taken next to the iconic globe from the venerable production company's logo come to life. The sign is one of the first things you'll see when entering the park, and families are often so overwhelmed with excitement they forget to stop and take a picture with the park's iconic globe. Hang out at Production Central. After making your entrance into Universal Studios Orlando and passing the globe sign, you'll make your way to Production Central. It's home to some of the park's more family-friendly attractions, including Despicable Me Minion Mayhem. The ride is a motion simulator experience, meaning you won't have to worry about whether it's too intense for little ones. Other motion simulator experiences can be found at Production Central, including Transformers, the ride 3D, and Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon. There's plenty of family-friendly entertainment to explore, but try not to spend your whole vacation there. There's plenty more to do and see further into the park. Explore the wizarding world of Harry Potter. One of the main reasons that visits to Universal Studios Orlando have become multi-day excursions is the wizarding world of Harry Potter. The expansive themed area is essentially a park unto itself, and families may find they're able to spend the entire day experiencing everything the park has to offer. The wizarding world of Harry Potter is a completely immersive experience meant to make you feel like you're inside the world of the Harry Potter franchise. Because of this, there's much more to do than just rides. One of the main attractions is Diagon Alley. This location is meant to mirror where wizards in the franchise buy their wizarding supplies, and those visiting are able to purchase things such as wands, moving pictures, and wizarding beverages. Visiting Ollivander's wand shop is a must, and your kids may even be picked out to take part in a small show that recreates the scene in the first film when Harry got his wand. The wands at Ollivander's wand shop are interactive and make the perfect souvenirs. Once you've gotten your interactive wand, another fun thing to do at Diagon Alley is to visit Shutter Buttons. This location allows you to create real-life moving pictures, just like the ones seen in the films. These also make great souvenirs for visiting families. While exploring Diagon Alley, you'd also be remiss not to make a wrong turn, like Harry Potter, and end up in the comparatively seedy Nocturne Alley, where dark wizards peddle their wares. If you find yourself getting thirsty, there are numerous locations around the wizarding world of Harry Potter offering butterbeer, which is meant to represent the iconic beverage from the Harry Potter books. Although butterbeer is traditionally a thick and slightly alcoholic beverage, the version sold at Universal Studios Orlando is much closer to a cream soda and can be enjoyed by all. There are also rides to enjoy, including the recently added Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. The thrilling roller coaster offers an exciting experience for fans of the franchise, while those looking for a more family-friendly and lackadaisical experience may want to try the Flight of the Hippogriff. Other rides include the adventure ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and the motion simulator experience Harry Potter and Escape from Gringotts. When you combine all these activities with food locations like the Leaky Cauldron restaurant and Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor, it's no surprise families can often be found spending entire days and more at the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. And stick around for more of the best of Universal Studios Orlando. Visit Universal's Volcano Bay Water Theme Park, area where you might spend an entire day. As the name suggests, the area is an entire water theme park existing within Universal Studios Orlando, and it features exciting attractions like wave pools, 2 separate lazy rivers, and the Krakatoa Aqua Coaster. Ride the rollercoasters. Of course, a visit to any theme park isn't complete without riding a couple of roller coasters, and Universal Studio Orlando has some fairly impressive ones to entice you. One of the best is Jurassic World Velocicoaster. The ride opened up in June of 2021, and it's one of the best coasters the park has to offer. It's not only a thrilling roller coaster experience, but also offers themed thrills in line with its iconic franchise. Another roller coaster is the Incredible Hulk Coaster. The thrilling roller coaster has been one of the park's preeminent attractions since its initial debut over 2 decades ago, and it remains one of the most exciting rides in the park thanks to constant revamping. Besides outdoor roller coasters, Universal Studios Orlando also has some equally thrilling indoor adventure rides. The Revenge of the Mummy, the ride, has been one of the most popular rides at the park for nearly as long as the Hulk coaster, having opened in 2004. Get a bite to eat. There are numerous restaurants existing within Universal Studios Orlando. 2 of the most popular are the Mythos Restaurant and the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. The Mythos Restaurant has developed a reputation as one of the best themed restaurants in the world. It's underwater themed and overlooks a part of the park known as the Great Inland Sea. You should also visit the Toothsome Chocolate Emporium and Savory Feast Kitchen. Whether you're looking for a simple milkshake with some homemade whipped cream or a savory meal, the eatery remains one of the preeminent places at Universal Studios Orlando for tourists to get something to eat. Interact with the characters. Interacting with a costumed character can be a treat for families visiting, particularly younger children. Some of the most popular characters to try to spot in the park include Princess Fiona from the Shrek franchise, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Dr. Emmett Brown from Back to the Future. Other characters that can be seen throughout the park include Popeye and Olive Oyl, Hello Kitty, and various characters from The Simpsons. Check out a show. There are some notable shows that can be viewed by families while visiting Universal Studios Orlando, with the most popular arguably being the Universal Orlando's Horror Makeup Show. This comedic show utilizes Universal's classic monsters and makeup effects and has been keeping park audiences laughing for years. Another show is the Bourne Stuntacular, which is a stunt show based upon the adventures of the titular Robert Ludlum protagonist. Get your picture taken with Blue from Jurassic World. If you're a Jurassic World fan, you won't want to miss out on the Raptor experience. The unique theme park attraction gives park-goers the chance to get their picture taken and interact with a staggeringly lifelike animatronic of the Raptor Blue from the Jurassic World franchise. It's an incredibly immersive experience that takes the traditional notion of a meet and greet with a costumed character to a whole new level. Visit Springfield. Finally, fans of The Simpsons will likely be able to get quite a bit out of visiting the Springfield area of Universal Studios Orlando. Although it's not quite as expansive as the wizarding world of Harry Potter, it does give fans of the show a similarly immersive experience that allows them to try out Duff Beer and Lard Lad donuts for themselves, as well as see numerous life-size statues of the show's characters. There's also the Simpsons ride, which took over the location of Back to the Future the ride. Now it's time to hear from you. Did we miss any of your favorites at Universal Studios Orlando? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Viewcation if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.